An election that has turned neighbor against neighbor. Michael Ncube and his friends were not beaten up by faceless attackers. It was people they grew up with. But now they're opponents simply because one supports the MDC and the other ZANU-PF. Ncube, an MDC member, says they were attacked shortly after voting in Zambezi, Hwange East. He says they were held captive in the bush and beaten with chains, knobkerries and electric cables throughout the night. This morning they managed to escape and tell their story.
They told me I'm a sellout. I'm supporting the British. But at least I wasn't one of the... I'm not a sellout, I'm not selling them to the British, but I'm just casting my vote in the way I like.
Hwange East is a known MDC stronghold. While voters in other parts of the country are streaming to polling stations, people here are staying away. The MDC claims this is because people are being threatened with assault if they go to vote.
It's very clear to me that ZANU-PF is now desperate and they have seen that they are losing the elections. So what they are trying to do now is to instill fear into people so that they cannot go and vote. They are using their youth to identify MDC members who are going to the polling stations. So it is very clear to me that they are afraid of losing the elections.
The matter was reported to the police this morning. Meanwhile, the Victoria Falls area is expected to have a high voter turnout. Yesterday there were long queues, but today people trickled in, most having cast their ballots yesterday. The high voter turnout is indicative of the strong commitment Zimbabweans have for democracy, but for some, democracy carries a high price tag. Akash Bramdeo, E News, Victoria Falls.